What up, though?
Just had a wet dream in right
Yeah, while you
a wet daydream? You guys ever do that?
No, that's fucking disgusting. Well, welcome to it. We probably won't edit any of that out. So, yeah, if you heard it, then you heard it.
Sorry.
But if you're here with us, you've probably been here with us before. And
Yeah.
this is the couch in the room in which we talk to people that have done dope things, doing dope things, and we've been inspired by their journey, and we want to invite them to come share some of their stuff with y'all so y'all can maybe soak up some game, get a jewel, and then go run and tell a friend about it. I'm your boy Leno, and I am sitting next to the wet dream having, daydream, wet dream having, man.
Wet Dream King.
The wet dream king, Jeremy Page himself. His name changes every time.
Wet Dream King.
All right, man, take it away, man.
And today we got our main man, Old Man Saxon.
Hey, y'all.
Bro. Thank you, bro, for coming first.
Hey,
of
thank
all.
you for having me. Straight
Yeah.
up. I mean that. Thank you.
No, we like to start the show by giving you your flowers to begin, and I'm just a huge fan of how you are just so authentically cool. I think you do a really good job of identifying things that are true and in tune to you, and then you broadcast it in such a cool way, and I really admire that about you.
Hell yeah.
So thanks for showing us that.
Thanks,
Thank you.
for sure.
Hell yeah. I guess just real quick, let the folks know like a little bit about your backstory. Not too long though. This is not really a backstory show. But just give some context for our questions that we're about to fire at.
I'm Old Man Saxon. I'm a rapper. I ain't never been in no water. I ain't never been on nobody's boat. So, yeah, I run a nonprofit now, Healing Futures, where we teach kids to reimagine their future through hip hop. And I write, rap, perform, and that's who I am.
Yeah. It's dope. It's dope. And you do a really good job of one more flower to give you. Of just like including your family in a lot of what you do.
Yeah,
too. Well,
absolutely.
I guess to go alongside of it.
I'm scared of that too, right? Because of putting my kids on it. I don't really I've put them in a little bit, but I also work with what I have. I don't like going outside. Dude, I was just thinking recently. I saw AP, one of his things on Instagram. I was like, oh, that's dope, man. Last time I saw AP was right after Rhythm and Flow happened, and then I went out that night, and that was 2022. Mm-hmm. That was the last time I went out, and I was just damn, that's why I haven't been making any video. It's all at home. So I use my family because they're there.
Yeah.
What I got. Hey, get that peanut butter.
Straight up. Even my very first music video, very first one, which is in LA, it was just me eating ice cream. That was me eating ice cream for 3 minutes, right? And I remember we were just what are we going to do? We got $20. Let's get some ice cream. We got this nice camera. That's the thing. You work with what you got sometimes. I promise.
100%.
Yeah.
100%. Yeah.
I would say just from my recent dive into Old Man Saxon, I think what I appreciate about your art the most, man, is the level of authenticness that it holds, man.
Absolutely.
Because that's a lost thing, and I think people really want to be a part of something that's for real. It's you seem like a for real dude. It don't seem like you putting on. It's I've been kind of itching to meet you just to see if is this dude really?
Man,
your aura is that, bro. It's very real and for real. So
thank you.
Right on to you.
And to add on to that, right? I think if you were to ask someone what's the main thing in hip hop that you want, it's authenticity, right?
Yeah.
What the problem is now is that we have people who think it's just authentic to be a rapper.
Right.
And that's their whole personality is being a rapper. And that was me when I first started, I promise. I listened to the song, I play it for kids that I do these workshops with, and it was one of my first SoundCloud songs, and it starts with, I'm getting paid. As eccentric as I could be. I was the brokest I've ever been, right? Yeah. So what's the authenticity behind it, right?
Yeah. Right.
And so that's when I started to be okay, I'm obviously trying to be funny in these songs. I'm sorry, I'm obviously joking kind of, but I can rap. Yeah. And so that was what it was. It was oh yeah, instead of me trying to be a rapper, I should be me.
Yeah.
And rap. That's what it is.
Yeah.
That's all it
Yeah.
is. So thank you. I
Yeah,
appreciate
bro.
that.
Right on, man.
How do you? That actually triggers a question in my mind because you know, you are fun and playful, but not in like a Weird Owl way, but like in a, you know,
it's not
like,
a parody.
yeah. How do you like run that line? Because I feel like sometimes when people are funny in rap, you're like, that is lame, but you do it in like a. I'm still like, oh, this guy's cool though.
I think the whole thing is, at the end of the day, you still gotta just be able to rap, right? You still have to be able to tell words in a rhythmic pattern that people can be like, right? And so the whole gimmick, and I'm not afraid to call it a gimmick, right? Because a gimmick is something you use to attract an audience, right?
Sure.
Yeah.
So everybody has a gimmick, whether they know it or not. Your raps are the gimmick. Like, that's what it is. It's got a bad name to it, but that's what it is, right?
Right.
But the whole gimmick of Old Man Saxon is to be counterculture to what is currently happening in hip hop.
Yeah.
Old Man Saxon.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm not little nothing. I'm not baby nothing. I'm Old Man Saxon, right? So even like there was a song I had a while ago. It's just like quit switching lanes. Y'all are causing traffic. Like that's what. Like, why everyone's switching lanes? Everyone's switching lanes. Everyone's switching lanes. You causing traffic, right? And so it's coming from.
I love that too.
It's coming from the mindset of someone who's like in the culture, but also annoyed with it, right? And that's why it works.
Yeah.
That's why. But at the end of the day, you still gotta rap. I promise. Everyone. That was the first thing people when I was on Rhythm and Flow. Like, oh, who's this dude who's got the gimmick? He's got the suit on. But if I went up on that stage and was like, all right, here we go. Now clap your hands. They'd be like, what the fuck? Like, no, I got to still rap.
Yeah.
You have to still rap. So yeah.
Yeah, I love that. What was I guess you mentioned Rhythm and Flow. What was like your interesting takeaway from that experience? Because sometimes I feel like, you know, a lot of artists would see that and be like, wow, that's got to be a pinnacle. And I know that your story's way bigger than that.
Yeah, well, yeah, it reminds me, I do have a song called Hasn't Happened, where it's just like, you got to keep it moving like it never happened, like it hasn't happened, right? And that's just always the mindset, right? But I think what I was recently thinking about with Rhythm and Flow was I saw D Smoke, right? And he's like, he did like a song with La Russell, right? And I was like, damn, I'm like genuinely happy for this man because I wouldn't have been doing this shit. Like, he had a song with Snoop Dogg, E40, and he's working and he's doing it. And it's like, there's this moment in my life where like, I had to rap against one person. And it's like, if I beat him, I get to the next level. And I could see like me losing that and being like, oh, damn, like, oh, whoa, it's me. Yeah. But I'm like, thank God, man. Who knows? I wouldn't have the drive like that. Like, I have kids. I got shit. Like, I do other things. I'm finally starting my nonprofit, right? Yeah. And yeah, that was the big takeaway was that, man, like, it helped me so much. And I'm like genuinely happy for this dude to beat me. Like, that's some bullshit. Sorry, that's some bullshit.
You know what I hear in that is just like, you went a direction, right? With the intention of like, this is what I do, and I do want to win. And then taking that step led you to another direction, right? To where it's like, yeah, now you got your things going, you got the nonprofit, you can point to things you want to point to, versus like going so far and then like, you know, this ain't really the way I really want to go or how I wanted to get here. You know what I mean? So
D Smoke got a Grammy nomination the year after he was off Rhythm and Flow. I would have made the stupidest album ever. Like, there's no way I would have got no Grammy nomination. But I say this all the time. I have this painted on my wall in my house. It's the Pirates Pledge. Pirates is a Park Hill football team. Okay. And the pledge is to participate, to do my best. And after I've done my best, to feel and say I've done my best. Yeah. To feel and say, not just say it, not just be like, yeah, I did my best. Yeah. To feel and say, that's what I did. Yeah, that's what I did. So anything that happens after it, it's not like, hey, it is what it is.
It's God's plan.
It is what it is.
Yeah.
Respect.
Yeah, I love that. Dang, you had said something.
I say a lot of stuff.
I know. And then I was also thinking, you look really handsome. I love that.
Come on, man. My wife ironed it. Shout out to you, baby.
Yeah.
You don't wear a wedding ring?
That's a great question.
My bad.
It's complicated.
I'm sorry. I'm married. I don't wear a wedding ring. Yeah. But we both lost them. We both just lost our wedding rings. And it made me think like, damn, I'm supposed to be with you.
Well, my first one broke. We was having a water fight, all of us. They threw something at me and it slid off my hand and it shattered. I was like, This can't be good. Can't be a good sci-fi.
I promise, dude.
But I mean, to answer that question, I just believe in coloring outside the lines, man. I feel like every man's thing is his thing, right? And how you want to go about doing it, you should do it that way, right?
Yep.
And I just kind of live my life like that.
Absolutely.
And so my marriage is a testament to that as well. You know what I'm saying?
See,
a nipple ring.
That's not nobody's fucking business.
See, I completely understand that, and I think I wrote something about unlearning when I filled out the survey, right?
Yes.
And it's like. And that's the first thing I think of is like how we treat relationships and it's what we do. Like I put this thing on my finger. Yeah. First off, that attracts more women too. So I'd be like, hey, put this ring on your finger. And the one thing that got me, it's like, all right, we get mad. Like a deal breaker could be cheating. That's like a universal thing. You cheat is a deal breaker. But there's some shit for me that's worse than cheating. Like, how are you late all the time? I feel like that could be a divorceable thing for me. But we just live by no, that's just who you like. Yeah. I think I should be able to. We have to
write
talk.
Your own rules.
That's worse than cheating to me. Like, boom, now what? The ball's in your court.
So do not be tardy to your party.
Yeah, straight up.
Yo.
I love it, man.
Talk to me a little bit about the jump from California back to Colorado, right?
Yeah.
You grew up here?
I grew up here, Park Hill. I moved to California after college to be a video game tester. That was no, it wasn't. It was the worst job.
Really?
It was so bad.
Oh, shit.
You had to play the same thing over and over and over and over and over and over. And the story I tell was it was a game on the PS Vita called Silent Hill Book of Memories.
Okay.
It's a dungeon over the head, like dungeon crawler.
Oh, like Zelda?
Yeah, no. If it was Zelda, that'd even be cooler. Right?
Okay.
There was some bullshit. Like, you don't even know what I'm talking about, right? the PS Vita, Silent Hill Booker, no one knows what I'm talking about, right? No. And so I'm testing it. Each level is 20 to 40 minutes, right? So you play in each level. And there's 500 levels, right?
God.
So you get to level 297, and you go, oh, the game crashed. I got to call a developer. Hey, developer, there's a bug in level 297. Fix it. They'll fix it. They'll send it to you. You play from level 1
all the way back
all the way up to 297, and then the bug would still be there.
Oh, no.
And then you have to call it. Oh, my God.
Oh, yeah, that's torture.
Dude, yes. I took maybe
a
7-year break from video games where it was just I can't do this. I'm starting to see, I'm looking at it from a QA, they call it quality assurance, way, and I'm just
I'm not having fun with this.
It wasn't, I promise. And so did that and then got sick of it. And the reason I got sick of it too, it was in Konami. I worked for Konami, right?
Cool.
It's a big video game company, right? But QA,
Metal Gear Solid, right?
Metal Gear Solid. I got to test one of the Metal Gear Solid remakes. That was tight. That was dope. But yeah, the people there are so dope and so nerdy. Right? That every day I'd hear a conversation and I'd have to decipher if it was real life or they're talking about a video game. They'd be like, man, yeah, last night me and her had a fight. And I was like, oh, then I pulled out the Sword of Destiny. And I'd be like, oh man, this don't feel right? And then that was the first group of people that I realized people don't like Beyonce. I'm sitting there, we're in a group, and I'm like, some conversation came up about Beyonce, Beyonce. And I was like, what the fuck?
Weird.
Yeah, y'all are weird. I had no idea. So long story short, I quit that job, but then I didn't have money. So I started sleeping in my car. 13 months, sitting down, be in the back seat, writing, slowly figured it out, started putting my shirts up on the windows and shit. Yeah. Started locking my door like a stupid ass because people was breaking into my car while I'm sleeping in it. Dude, just struggled 13 months. Yeah. But in that, it was damn. This is temporary. I promise. Mindset was just, this is temporary.
Yeah.
So I just kept writing. Got the Perils, that blew up. Got a job at the Musicians Institute, and then I had babies, and then I moved to Denver because I couldn't raise children in LA. No way.
That sounds like a
no
nightmare.
way. There's a high school called Hollywood Boulevard High School or Hollywood High School.
Yeah, they got a famous state set.
Those kids are fucked.
Damn.
Those kids.
What's going on at Hollywood High?
Dude, it's on Hollywood Boulevard.
Yeah,
it's
everything.
dude, your reality isn't real.
Yeah.
This isn't life. This is not life. Straight up. Yeah. Ooh, and I also got something for y'all too.
Whoa.
Gifts. This is
This
the
is a first. Yeah.
You're welcome to it.
Whoa. Fire.
Yes, it's a little skeleton, meditating skeleton.
That's
welcome to it.
hard. Dang.
On the
That's
back,
hard.
on the back it says "Still Here."
Dope.
I'm wishing y'all longevity
Yeah,
in
man.
all your endeavors.
This is awesome.
Dang, that is fucking sweet.
Ain't
Thank
nobody
you.
bringing y'all none of these in y'all
Yeah.
podcast. Eat shit. Still here.
Still here, yeah.
Dang, that's tight.
Yeah.
Yo.
So I make those
This
for
3D
It's a
printed?
3D,
3D printed, yeah. I make those for sale for my nonprofit, but also for I'm doing a little project and I'm interviewing rappers over 35. And I'm gonna talk to Leno about this too, but pretty much the average age of death of a rapper is 35 years old, right?
Wow.
Skewed statistic. It's only 50 years old, right? So people are gonna die young. But the crazier statistic is 50%, 51% of those deaths are by homicide, right?
Wow.
So we get to these rappers that are 38, 42, 50, and in a sense, they survived. They did it. They made it past the average age of death. So what I'm doing is going around talking to Denver rappers right now about how you survived. How did you get past 35?
Sick.
And when they do the interview, I put their name on this thing. All right, that's broken. I put their names on that and give it to them.
Sick.
As like a symbol, like we did it. Because hip-hop is so fascinated with being young and little and baby and all this shit. And it's the only genre that's like that.
That won't grow. Yeah.
That won't grow. We
Yeah,
love
how
that
interesting.
shit.
I talk about that a lot, man. I remember when hip hop turned 50, whatever scale they was basing it off of. And then I was in the barbershop and I was just like, imagine this being 50 years old and then looking at it. What does it look like? What kind of 50-year-old man does hip hop look like? And I'm like, it looks like a man who never left his mom's basement.
Absolutely.
And I'm like, why does it have to be?
Absolutely.
Like, why did this genre of all genres stop growing in that space?
We love not being old for some reason. But my thought behind it is part of just how the music is packaged, right?
Yeah,
so
for
we
sure.
have, and in some of the greatest songs too, right? We have Ice Cube, Today Was a Good Day, where he says, hooked it up for later as I hit the dough thinking, will I live another 24?
Right.
As a young kid, I thought he meant 24 years. He meant
24
till the
hours.
next day, right?
Right,
So
right.
his idea, the future is bleak, right? It's not there, right?
Right.
Which is his environment, right? Then you go Coolio, a couple years later, he does, I'm 23 now. Will I live to see 24? The way things is going, I don't know. 24, right? We got 24 hours, 24 years. Kanye, where I'm in high school, wasn't supposed to make it past 25, right? We have all these rappers being concerned about this certain time of their life. And so I asked you, Leno, also, and actually both of y'all, what were your rites of passage growing up? What was it? What made you finally be like, I'm a man? Was there anything, or did you just kind of be like, oh shit, I'm still here?
Yeah. I think for me it was moving out my mom's house.
What age?
I was 19 and she hit me with an ultimatum. It was like, hey, either you about to go to the military or you about to go to college. And one day I came home and there was a fucking army recruiter there, big super soldier. Your country would love to have you. And I was high as shit. I was like, I didn't know what to do. I said, oh, no, Mom, I just got a call back from the technical university. Knowing I hadn't, but I got on the phone and I went and did I did like a semester and was like, I don't want to do this. I was like, Mom, I'm moving out. And so me moving out was like, I can do this shit and actually I got to do it because I don't want to be under nobody else's control is what it showed me. So
absolutely.
Getting out the house was it for
What
me.
about
Yeah.
you?
I think probably the same.
Moving out the house.
Yeah. I moved to California when I was 17 and
Yeah.
I came back after a couple of years, but
I definitely moved back to my mom's house. Shout out to you, Mom.
yeah. There was a rocky
To the
6
smoke
months
blew
of
over.
being, You're like, oh, that was so hard. Let me get my shit together, and now I know what I'm going into. Let me pull it together. And
But
go
see,
again.
and so we have these manufactured rites of passage that we maybe happen to us. It's nothing that we created ourselves. But then also, right, we have the leaders of our genre, right? Kanye, sorry, not Kanye.
You get what you're saying?
Coolio,
Yeah.
right? Ice
Jay-Z.
Cube,
Yeah.
saying things to the youth in a way, and I never want to say like, oh, Coolio ruined my life or anything like that.
Sure.
I take it as this. It's one of those things that we probably all had in our life where an elder says something to you that you may not have been ready for at the moment.
Right.
And you internalize that shit and you grow and you grow and you grow and then you think, damn, I'm not supposed to be past 25.
Yeah.
Right.
And so that's the crazier part about it is like, yeah, we are stuck in some arrested development, but that's partly because hip hop, for the most part, does not speak about the future in a positive way. We have some of our songs, right? We gonna be all right. Right. We're going to be all right. Though we also have, right, I'm gonna have a good day, right? Yeah. But even in that song, right, that good day is dependent on ain't nobody gonna die today. It's like holy shit, like, right?
Damn.
So in this thought, the whole thing for my nonprofit is going into these schools and teaching kids how to write music about their future. Yeah. That's the whole thing. Because if they say it, right? You write something down, you're 33% more likely to do it, right?
For sure.
Right? Okay, let's do that shit, right? Because if we're writing things down and we're scared of our future, hey, we're gonna get to that. Gonna be that too.
Yeah,
so
there's so much power in the tongue too. I think that's
Absolutely.
awesome that you teach those kids that, because I feel like we have a power within us to be able to tell part of the story. You know what I mean? You can write some of your direction, where you want to be. Speak those things, claim them, affirm them, right? And go out and get them. You know what I mean?
Because think about what we're talking about, statistics too, right? And it's usually fuck statistics. We know how it feels. If I told you before this, what genre of music dies the most at the youngest age, we'd be like, rappers, like without a doubt. But the statistics behind it, right, show us this too, right? But, oh, fuck, what was I about to say? Yep, forgot.
Power in the tongue, speaking.
No, he said it's gone.
No, all right,
it's
gone.
gone.
It's gone, damn.
And I guess like kind of like to what we were.
Old Man Saxon.
That's an old man. Yeah, I forgot what I was gonna say.
I just like how he just said fuck it too.
Shit.
He didn't try to. Me and you would sit there and be like,
no.
He said fuck that next thing.
I'll remember later.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just important shit to do because people don't realize how much that shit matters. Oh, that's what I was gonna say. We spend our time writing shit, and the statistics say died at 35, but we spend our time writing shit about killing another person, right? Yeah. So not only are we saying that if hypothetically, or if like if what we're saying is like false, right? That the tongue doesn't have any like power behind it. But we're also saying that the genre that talks the most about killing each other has the highest rate of killing each other.
Right.
Hey, I don't know.
There's a lot of power there.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know.
Definitely.
So,
yeah. And I think, we were talking about this earlier today, but just like the value of like continuing to dream, because sometimes you're like, oh man, I would never have thought about X, Y, and Z.
Absolutely.
Until you like spend some time just sitting there and being like with your thoughts and being like, this is possible.
Absolutely. And that's the other thing, right? There was a kid I was at the school with here, and we were like, hey, freestyle. He starts freestyling, and his lyrics are, man, I was done spun the block with the Glock on my ops to the dot, right? Yep. And it started to hit me. They co-opted our imagination. Yeah. They took our imagination. Right. You're telling me I say talk about anything in the universe.
And you gonna talk about that?
I'm gonna kill this man right now. Wait, hold on.
Are we still playing after school?
Anything in the universe.
Right.
Yeah. That shows me that they've co-opted your imagination. You got to unlearn all that shit. All of it. That can't be the first thing that comes to your mind.
When I say just give me random thoughts.
Yeah, random thoughts.
Damn.
I'm going to get a gun and shoot my friend.
Yeah, seriously.
What?
Yeah.
I did a thing with one of my buddies. He's a teacher at like an alternative school. Or it's like when kids get suspended and it's like their last chance to get back. So he was like, man, come speak to them because I want to let these kids to know like they have different opportunities.
Absolutely.
And, they can get a different perspective. So I was all right, cool. And I got up there, had my little stuff on the little clipboard and whatever. I mean, we flashed through my photos. And yeah, this time, if you look here, I was standing next to Snoop Dogg, and he didn't see me, but I wrote a song that day. And they all kind of looking at me like, man, get to the fucking part. They're like, how many followers do you got? I'm like,
yep. Yeah, no, that's what it is.
Next question.
Yep.
So then I did the exercise where it was like, all right, we put a beat on. I was like, we're going to create something from scratch, right? You know what I'm trying to show you how I do my thing, right? Put the beat on, and I'm like, all right, just start throwing out some words. Y'all start throwing words. I was like, all right, what y'all got? And one kid's in the corner kind of like mumbling. I was like, man, say it a little louder. What you got going on? And that's exactly what he went to, man. He was like,
same shit.
I got the gun. I'm about to make him run. I was like, bro,
You're
you're
mumbling
13.
that in the corner. That's freaky.
Where's that coming from? What about what you have for lunch?
Exactly.
What about your shoes you got on?
Exactly.
Give me anything, kid.
Yeah, and you can't tell me that, what the mainstream person that makes the most money is doing wouldn't affect how a kid is doing it. We see it in the NBA.
Yeah.
Steph Curry shoots a bunch of threes, kids start shooting a bunch of threes. That's how it is, right? That's how it is. And so, I think there's probably something to do with talking to these bigger artists and being like, hey, don't do... No, that's not what I'm going to do. That's not what I can do. I don't have the reach. I can't talk. So the best I can do is like, hey, y'all... And it's media literacy too. It's media to say, y'all understand that some things are being done to you
on purpose
that you don't know, right? You need to be doing things to shit. Like you should be doing shit to shit.
Yeah, 100%.
Seriously,
you should be doing shit to shit.
And the crazy thing, man, is that these kids are just, and most people, some adults even, are just repeating this shit and not giving it any no thought.
Absolutely.
One of my kids had wrote a rap, and I don't know which kid it was, but I get in the house late one night, and I'm like, oh, this looks like a letter. Then I start reading it. I was like, no, this is rhymes. And then she was like, yeah, I'll bust it in your face, catch a case, do the race.
And
I'm like, all right, we're going to have a conversation.
Dude,
we're not getting cases.
That's crazy. Wait, how old?
I mean, she's 13 now. Yeah. And I said, Malia, what is this? She's like, I was just rhyming words.
It's crazy.
And for her, I'm just like, and I know my kid is not dark, right? But it was just like, for her to respond like, so no, I'm just rhyming words.
Rhyming words.
Yeah, and that's what you hearing on the whatever platform she's listening to.
Crazy.
She's hearing that nonsense.
So. And I talked about this in one of my videos, but do you remember the young Dolph murder where the dude who murdered him got on the stand and the lawyers are talking to him like, hey, did you think by killing this dude you would get a record deal? And he said yes. Yeah. So think about that now. We completely flipped. We're now at a place where we think by harming someone makes us qualified to be a rapper. Yeah. Wow. That's where we're at. That's nuts. It's one of the crazier things.
That is nuts.
Yeah. Dang, that's crazy to just say out loud. Eh?
Yeah.
No, for real.
Yeah. It is. It's nuts.
Hey, man, give us a little backdrop on how do you get the name Old Man Saxon?
Okay. I'm Old Man Saxon. Because, I got it because I was sitting in traffic in L.A. and I was complaining the whole time, and my friend Anthony was like, they should call you Old Man Saxon. And I was like, okay, dope. But the more I started thinking about it, it's like, okay, I'm Old Man Saxon because of Little Bow Wow. That's why.
Wow.
Because Little Bow Wow was Little Bow Wow when he was little.
Yeah. Right.
And then he grew up.
Right.
And now he's just Bow Wow.
Right.
Just Bow Wow.
I want the little on it on.
And you know, I love Lil Bow Wow. I've always liked Lil Bow Wow, but in a sense, that's a little embarrassing. Right? To be like, damn, I'm not little anymore. No.
Put a big on that.
Bow Wow.
Big size.
No, I'm just Bow Wow. Sorry, Bow Wow, if you see this. But and then I go into these schools and I'm like, hey, children, who in here wants to be little? Who in here which one of y'all, what would you do if I called you little? Like, oh, I'd be mad. Okay, what would you do if I called you baby? Yeah. Who's this nigga? Little baby? Double.
Little baby.
Right? And shout out to Little Baby. I'm sorry. I get wild up about this. But there's in hip hop, there's a sense of wanting to be young and staying young, but then the numbers and our average age of death also reflects it. So as Old Man Saxon, there's no time in my life where I won't grow into my name. I'll be 89 years old. Yeah. I could rap or not, but it's Old Man Saxon. Yeah, all right now.
Grow into something instead of grow out of.
Into it. Yeah, that's the thing. Yeah,
I love that.
Drop the Lil Pape.
Better call me Heavy Hog Pape.
Back to them wet dreams, I see. All right. Found a way to get back there.
Right.
Big Hog. I will not be calling you Big Hog. Nothing.
Absolutely not.
That's crazy.
Yeah. I mean, if that's what if you want me to call it, maybe you'll grow into it.
You want to grow into Big Hog?
No, bro.
Good luck with it.
All right. Fucking Tell me more about the nonprofit and like what it's like to do something like that.
It's dope. It's dope and it's hard and I've had to treat it like starting a nonprofit, like starting to be a rapper. When you first started to be a rapper, you had to do stuff for free. You had to be on the. I remember, man, when I was first rapping and one of my big videos came out on point. I was on YouTube. Hey, every music video, go listen to the Old Man Saxon, go listen to the Old Man, go listen to the. And some people would, a lot of people wouldn't, right? But it's the same shit, right? It's the same, like, oh, okay, I have to get into the mindset of no one knows what I'm doing right now and let me push it. Then it makes me actually get back to that same stuff with rapping, too. It's like, oh, okay, let me see. Hey, actually, you know? And so the nonprofit as a whole is called Three Things. What we do is my wife does two of the three things. One of them is Unsent. It's a live show where people get on the mic and share messages they wrote but never sent, right? And so it's always very emotional, people crying, laughing, all of that. Then she also does life reviews for older adults, which is 50 and up. She talks to them about their life so we can get those stories and keep them. Because, like, you think about it, dude, like, for the longest time, especially for black people, it's like, damn, I don't know what my story is. I don't know what my family tree is. I don't know any of these things, right? And for the most part, we couldn't get that, right? But now we got all this technology. It's like, tell us your story. Let's have it. Yeah. I would dude, you know how much, like, how many, like, crazy things our family's keeping from us right now, right? How much easier would it be you don't have to tell my wife all those things, but to say things freely to another person that's not your family, to be like, oh, this is what's been going on and shit. And it's amazing. And then I do Healing Futures, which is I go into schools and teach kids these workshops about how to make music about their future. And I'm telling like first graders, like, rappers die. They're like, oh, yeah.
So they just go change the Lamborghini.
No, they die, y'all. Yeah. But then you think about it, man, just to go back, it's like you think about who was the first rapper you remember dying? Both of y'all. Tupac, right?
Okay. I was going to say Mac Dre.
Really?
You don't know Tupac died?
I don't know if it was before or afterwards.
It was after.
That was definitely after.
It was like 10 years
I'm not a big
after.
Tupac guy.
Yeah, no, not a problem. Damn, you remember when back? That's crazy.
I was very into the Bay Area.
Yeah, I bet you do remember that. You probably was fucking on some X.
I mean,
God.
We could have a whole Mac Dre podcast, honestly, straight up.
Hey, man, I remember getting turned on.
One of the best, man.
What a time.
He made it fun for black people to do ecstasy.
Yeah, but they make drugs.
That's dope,
fun,
right? In a world where it was like we had crack and cocaine and we were separating things. It's like, nah, black people, they're doing ecstasy. We'll call it this. Amazing. But I forgot what I was saying. Yep.
Dead rappers.
Oh yeah, but so when Pac died, right? It was for me. It was crazy. I don't know how you felt. How old were you when Mac Dre died? You're like a grown up.
Maybe
you don't fucking know, man. Keep going.
Yeah.
But it 20s? Was to me. It was like, oh shit, that's crazy. Like that's a crazy thing that happened, right?
Yeah.
And then no one talked about it, like to you. As you know, it's gonna talk.
No,
a rapper died.
Right.
They're like, it's supposed to happen.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. And then Biggie died, right?
Sure.
And then Big L died. Probably, I think Big L died before that. And then Mac Dre died. And it goes on and on and on. And then we're grown now, right? P&B Rock died, and XXX died, and Nipsey died. And then we're like, yeah, that's just what it is. Right? You just start saying that's just what it is. So if you get someone in first grade already right now, I'd be like, no, they're dying. They're dying. Yeah. It's like, oh, okay. That's not what it's supposed to be like. Yeah. Hell no.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I feel that.
Dang, that is crazy. I know. Yeah. Because I guess you like never really. Well, I guess one part is they're like larger than life too. So like the visceral connection doesn't. I guess unless you love that person, then it's more like watching a superhero die in a movie as opposed to like.
See, and I think that's where I'll push back on that because I feel like rappers, as far as the thinnest line between like entertainer and civilian, is probably a rapper or next country singer, right? They're just like, this is my life. You see a music video to a rapper, they're just in their hood for the most part. Music video to a country star, he's just in a bar doing something, right? And so. For me, it's like they're super close right there. Like I see you got a big chain and shit on, and maybe it's just because I am a rapper and I've like met some of the people, but it's like you're just a person, right? If Katy Perry died right now, they'd be like, oh, like the diva, right?
Yeah.
But it's like, nah, rapper died. That's a dude for the most part, right? I think where we get used to it is it just keeps happening. It keeps happening.
It's desensitized.
Yeah, hella desensitized.
Yeah, man.
Dang.
It's crazy. I think with me being a rapper as well, man, I think subconsciously that is why I have steered away from the things I saw coming up as a kid, and I don't glorify those things. And I tell a different story because, I've seen it all. You know what I'm saying? I had the drug dealing cousins. I've had the cousins' houses get kicked in and shot up and all that crazy stuff. Or homeboys in the neighborhood and, you know what I'm saying? And neighborhood gangs and all that type of stuff. So I think that has been a huge part of my artistry of just like, there's another story that needs to be told. I'm not saying that those stories aren't valid for those people who tell those stories or that they capping. But I just feel like there's a different responsibility that I have of just to make sure I'm giving a different approach to it.
If people were unique as they think they were, there'd be so many more different stories in hip hop.
That's right.
So many more, but they're not. They're not as unique, and I appreciate you because I listen to your stuff, and it is like uplifting, right? It's good shit, right? And let me ask you this though: when you first started rapping, were there any rhymes or bars or songs that you regret?
Oh yeah, without a doubt.
Right, thank you. I do. Thank you.
I'm arriving to who I am as a man.
Thank you.
But I think it was because the lack of guidance and not knowing. It was just like, this is what I saw. My favorite rappers, this is what they were talking about. Jada Kiss and, you know what I'm saying, Lil Wayne and Juvenile and the list can go on and Jay-Z, right? And it was just like, I was really just trying to mimic something and learn rhyming. It was what it was. It was like, so... Like, when I see my kid writing this crazy stuff on the paper, it's like, I'm not too far gone. Like, I do understand. Like, you have no real connection. You probably wouldn't hurt a fly. But I get it. Putting it on this paper, it feels freeing. It's like, oh, yeah, I'm just saying stuff. I'm really just trying to rhyme. I'm trying to get my rhyme patterns down and be on beat. And so I think in the beginning, I was putting in those hours of just rapping over all the stuff, the Alchemist beats, and just saying what I felt
whatever
like
it was.
They were saying. Absolutely. But now I go back and if I listen to that, I'll be like,
crazy.
Hey, turn it off.
Yeah, it's crazy. I'm the same way. I've
the hell was I talking about?
Yeah, I remember one time I was in high school. There was during the time when like battle rap. That's the other thing. Battle rap is just like I'm
just all
right.
Violence.
And you think about it, right? The first battle raps was like Kumo D. Like your rhymes aren't good.
Yeah.
My rhymes are better than yours. I rock the crowd. You don't, right? So it's about like our talents battling. Now it's just like look how big this gun is.
It's so long. Look at you can see it tomorrow. Hit you in your head. Yesterday's over your day. I'm like, God damn, that was tight. Violent.
Look at this bullet I'm holding. But I remember it was during the time when rappers were saying like, put the 2-2 to your back or something like that. It's like Emmett Smith or something. And I remember going to my friend and being like, I got one. I got a rhyme. Yeah, fuck work. I'm looking for a job that really pays. I'll rob you. Put the 2-4 to your back like Willie Mays. My friend was like, there's no gun that's a 24. And I was like, oh, okay, hell yeah. I'm going to step back.
Damn. The Super Soaker XL 24. You know what the fuck I'm talking about.
Pump that shit up.
The PSI is 24, baby.
Everyone's got them, but that's the point, right? It's okay to like have that at some point, I guess. It's normal, but yeah, you gotta grow out.
It's you know what I mean. It's almost like you learn. Like I think about parenting, right? Like I tell my kids, I'm just a guide for y'all, right? So I want you to learn my moves, right? I'm gonna teach you how I walk, and then you go off and figure it out for yourself, right? How I'm going about life is probably not gonna work for you. But at least you know how to move. And
you got some things to try out.
Yeah, you got some things to try out. And you're like, you know what, Dad? I really don't like how you move. I'm going to add, but I'm going to put my sauce on it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And so I think that's what rap was for me in the beginning, right? Like just trying to learn it. Really just trying to learn how it went. You know, unfortunately, like didn't come up in the early era of hip hop when it was just kind of like talent versus talent. Came up in the era was just like, nah, it was a lot of violent talking, shit talking. You know what I'm saying? Very braggadocious, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
I think we let the labels do that.
And they just kept pumping it.
Kept doing it. It's crazy. But it's a parasite.
Yeah, without a doubt.
And like one shitty thing, and I'm probably part of the problem, is like
you are.
you know, like because like I grew up not with a crack dealing cousin, or I had two parents that loved each other and loved me, and so like
Good
you're
job,
watching
Paige.
that. I'm just saying that there's a
Rub
whole
it in.
swath.
Rub it in, motherfucker.
But there's like a whole swath of kids that similarly grew up like that, but are like, I like rap music because it is like a window into something that you're not even a part of at all.
It's like a movie.
It is kind of, and I guess that brings, that maybe that's why my perspective is skewed of like, it's not as close because you like listening to that stuff and then, and then kind of moving into the culture and being like directing videos and stuff like that and finding myself in these situations and being like, oh, this is real deal life that,
I might not make it home.
Well, that's the other thing too, right? Some people do live the life and that's what it is, right? And I say to those people also, I'm sick of hearing your story. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I get it. I get it. Story's not that unique. Like, if you put it to a beat, I'll dance to it, but I'm kind of sick of hearing your story. But what you just said, right? I have two loving parents. Let me tell you how messed up hip-hop wants you to be, right? Papa Doc lost the battle against Eminem because he had two parents. That is why. Y'all know 8 Mile? When
Talking about Clarence.
Clarence lives at home with both parents. And Clarence's parents have a good marriage?
Yeah.
Yay! Like, that's how fucked up hip-hop wants you to be. That's how fucked up it is, right?
Yeah. So, really to spin that, it was just like, but Clarence is putting on like he's something else.
Exactly. He's fake, right? He's
versus
fake.
you coming out saying like, hey, we got it made. My dad and my mom did their thing.
That's how,
but I could still come out here and get it in with y'all.
That's how fucked up hip-hop is.
That's how fucked up it is.
He couldn't.
You couldn't come out and just be who you are.
It's crazy.
That's the fucked up part. And that's the part for me. It's like, that's why it's like, it's so important to go against the machine in the sense of just like, nah, I'm not gonna fall into the mold of like what the industry is pushing because of a dollar bill. And it's like, nah, I'll just go keep working my job, and when I get on the microphone, I'm gonna talk about real shit.
Absolutely, because it's being done to you.
Yeah,
it's a promise,
without a doubt. What would you say on the show we do? Can I do the welcome to it with him? So on the show, man, we do a thing we call the welcome to a moment. For Old Man Saxon, what would you say was or one of or the moment where you feel like, yeah, I'm in the right space. I'm where I'm supposed to be with what I'm doing right now in my life.
I forgot what I put on the thing, but let me.
You a rapper freestyle. Make something up.
I think the first thing I thought when I saw that question was being homeless, right? And being like, damn, all right, what to do now? And being like, okay, I gotta grind, I gotta write, right? And that's when I realized like I could get a job doing something, but like I'm gonna get my job being a waiter because that's flexible hours. At night I'm taking shots at work, and then I'm going in the car writing, right? And so my welcome to a moment was being homeless and then getting out of that, right? That was it. Another one too was rhythm and flow, right? Rhythm and flow, but the audition of it. Like, so we audition to get onto the show, right? And then you go to like a hotel room. Hold on.
Denny's there.
Oh, shit.
All right.
You go to a hotel room. We do an audition there, and then we go back home, and then we finally get the call out, and then we do an audition before we do the live audition. And my welcome to it moment was doing that audition right before the live audition because everyone was nervous. Everyone was so nervous, just stressing. And I was just like, the only time I'm like anxious, nervous is when I'm not ready. And that's when I was like, oh, I got this. I'm ready. Did my audition, got off, and it was like, oh, okay, that's good job, right? And that's all I needed. That was the way. And then when that show aired, you had so many people being like, oh, where'd this dude come from? He just popped out of nowhere. Oh, he must be just... That was 10 years to get to that 3-minute clip. It was 10 years to get to that 3 minute. I didn't just dress up in a suit because I thought the night before I should do that. I shouldn't just go up on stage. Been doing that. I shouldn't go up on stage and say Heidi, Heidi, ho. I didn't think that the night before. I didn't think of all the dances. That was 10 years. That was before Old Man Saxon had the suit when he was just coming out in a robe and like tighty whities. There was all of that came into that. And so that's the other. Don't let people like tell you where you're supposed to be or timeline, none of that. Let it go. And then I remember too, when I got back from Denver and some dude on Twitter was like, oh, who's Old Man Saxon? I don't ever see him in the streets. And I responded like, I'm at the Children's Museum. Like, I'm with my kids at the Children's Museum.
You won't see me in
I swear
crossing
you
the
won't.
street
Yeah,
to the museum.
the Nature and Science Museum.
Yeah. Like
in
an
the
ice cream.
streets,
Yeah,
that's fucking
straight
crazy.
up. Yeah. So those are my welcome to it moments.
Yeah, those some great ones, man. Those some great ones.
One thing that was on my list was who the heck is Casper Baby Pants?
Ooh, all right. Casper Baby Pants is like a kids singer, right? Makes kids music.
Okay.
But he used to be the lead singer for a band called President of the United States of America, right?
Okay.
And so his music was just kind of like, goofy and shit. But then he started making kids music, and he's, millionaire, right? Just balling out of control. But I always want to do that, right? I want to have this Old Man Saxon thing go to making kids music. But my problem is, if I put a kid song under Old Man Saxon, it'll be like, all right, here's the first song, love and peace, and then it'll be like, hell yeah, motherfucker, you can't play that on shuffle. And so I'm just super like impressed with his ability to have this one musical act and then go to this other musical act and just keep shifting and just doing whatever you want to do. Like I love that.
Yeah.
No real, so I love that.
100%. And I guess go back to your point of just like not really working on a timeline and being like, oh, cool, I did this whole thing.
Yeah.
Now I'm just gonna do this whole thing and see where it takes me.
Yeah. And kids listen to music a lot. Baby Shark's like in billions, right? They want to hear that shit over and over and over.
Yeah, when they love it too.
Right?
We're listening to the tune
Yeah.
over again. Yeah, that's wild. Were you always like really stoked on the youth, or did it take you having children of your own to be
that's
like,
a good
man,
question.
we gotta
Are
get
you good
serious?
with kids?
Yeah.
Are you
He's
good
great.
with kids?
I fancy myself.
Okay.
Yeah.
When did you know you were good with kids?
Shit, when I was a kid.
Really?
Yeah.
How old's a kid to you?
Probably like 7,
Okay.
8. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Because I can remember my brother dating girls. My brother's a lot older than me.
Yeah.
And they would have younger siblings. And I've always been a kid to where kids were like drawn to me. You know what I'm saying? Younger and older.
Yeah.
So I was kind of always that in the gap.
Yeah.
So like.
See, I'm just noticing, because apparently I've always been good with kids, but I didn't notice until I got kids, right? Then I'm around other kids and stuff, but apparently I've been good with kids. I did not know it, but yeah. And then once I realized that, one of my mentors, Stephen Brackett, member of the Flowbots, he was telling me, because he's into teaching the youth and everything, but he's saying there's a difference between being good with kids and teaching kids. And that's where I got to learn to do. Because I can just be around and be like, hey, yeah,
I'll be one of them.
Yeah.
Exactly. Like, get your ass out of here, Old Man Saxon.
Exactly.
You fucking up the...
Yeah.
I need somebody who can...
Yeah, I need someone who knows how to teach them things, right? Because you can play with them all you want, and that's fun. And look, here's a video game. Like, I know about video games, But at some point, you have to be able to get through to them, and that's a complete separate thing. Yeah.
How do you do that?
So for me, it's been structure. These kids need so much structure. At the beginning of the class, this is what we're gonna do. This is how we're gonna do it, and this is who I am. All the things they need to know exactly, timed out, everything like that. Right. And so the other difference is, right, when you're good with kids, you could be in a group of kids, and if one's disrupting, you could kind of just go play with that. Well, I'll play with you, right? But you have to be able to keep that one at bay while still being with the other ones, right? There's so many little things with teaching, and I didn't go to school for teaching, and I thought I'd just jump in and just be good at it.
Right.
But it's hard. Pay the damn teachers. It's
that part, for sure.
And people keep being like, yeah, you should just go into a school, just be a music teacher. Yeah. I don't know if I want to see kids every day.
Yeah, no.
I straight up don't know if I want to.
No way.
No. I don't think it's possible for me to go into a school and see kids 5 days out of the week, and one of them's like being bad. I'll cuss at them, I think. I think I would absolutely cuss
all
at
this
them.
other stuff in the book ain't working.
Yeah,
I know a bunch
I
at
have
home
to
with
cuss.
mine. Hey, come here.
Yeah, straight up. Because I know I'm not going to be in a good mood every time.
I'm good. All right, buddy. All right, buddy.
Yeah.
Have a good day, okay?
Yeah.
See you after recess.
Be great.
I already know.
Bright future.
I'm going to fuck you.
Yeah. I already know I'm not going to be in a good mood all the time, right? So, no.
Yeah.
No. Here and there, I'll talk to you.
I'm fucking with that. Love the honesty. Appreciate it.
Yeah. Yo, that is crazy. Because I always... my first job was teaching Sunday school.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because my mom was a pastor when I was a kid. Yeah.
I would have loved to have been in that class.
Wow.
Yeah.
You didn't have any tattoos yet?
No, yeah, I was
Okay.
like 15.
All right. Just making sure.
How'd you handle the kids that didn't want to listen to you, Pape?
I was stern. I was still stern. I think that maybe that's where I got my. I don't know if it's a skill, but it's where I get my. I can be very kind, but there are. I've also learned how to lay down the law.
All right, now, kid. Jesus wants you to shut the fuck up now.
yeah.
Because I'm losing my patience.
Right. I'm young enough that I could break your legs right now.
You want to get beat up and then prayed over?
In the Lord's name.
Yeah,
in Jesus' name, baby.
They say it's firm and friendly. That's how you're supposed to be with children. Firm and friendly.
Without a doubt, man. That's what it is. That's who I am. Like,
yeah,
it's like we can have a good time because I love having a good time.
Yep.
Let's have a good time.
Yep.
But I'm gonna tell you, as soon as we stop having a good time, then I gotta switch hats.
Yep,
Right.
absolutely.
And then it go like, well, hey, what we doing?
Straight up.
You respecting this space or not? I mean, Pape knows.
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah,
I love the kids. The kids love me, but I'm also like, hey, man, there's a line that we ain't crossing.
Right.
Firm, fair, and friendly. That's what it is. Firm, fair, and friendly.
That's a good one.
Best way to do it.
Yeah, I love that. I love that. I don't know if you remember the answer to this one, but I was curious about it. What was the lesson that you learned the hard way? Do you remember the answer that you gave?
Oh, yeah. Needing more people. Like, having a community is hella important. And you know what got me to thinking that I could do everything on my own? I had a song. It was a very profitable song, actually. It got on Silicon Valley at the end credits. Nice. It's called On My Own, right? Yeah. And it's, I've been getting paid. Nigga, I'm on my own. Fucking with these haters. How? I'm on my own. I'm going to play it at UMS too. It's a great song, right? Yeah. But I think that is something that rappers have done that go against the guidelines of what hip hop is thinking that you have to be individualistic with all the things, right? I did it on my own. I don't need no new friends. But hip hop is the community. It's collaboration. It's everything, right? And so for the longest time, I'm just in LA with my friends that I have, right? My videographer friends and my college friends. But there was a misstep of not having a hip hop community while I was in LA. I was going to shows and doing stuff. That's why I put a video up here about going to people's show at UMS, right? I would like to go see people's show. And I want to support y'all. I want to build a community there because we can keep acting like, nah, I don't need no new friends and all that. And that's why it's kind of why Drake lost the battle. Mr. No New Friends. I don't need. The individualistic aspect of rap is not hip hop.
That's at all.
Absolutely.
No. Yeah. It's community for sure.
100%.
Yep.
That's kind of why we built this place, because I don't like going out because that's where my vices are. And so I'm like, okay, I can't do that so hot. So let's just build a place where people can hang out in the daytime.
Right.
Same.
You know what I mean?
You have to put on your Thea's face.
Yeah, exactly. Yes.
The sober Thea's face.
Yeah, totally. I'm just drinking coffee. It's all good.
Caffeine twist.
Yeah. I'm crazy. No cream.
We need people. We need. You need the group. And
that's the business that we in. We in the people business.
Yeah, absolutely.
You can't do it without people.
100%.
I think that's what I've been so appreciative of on my journey of getting started, of just like finding the right people, and then also being able to go out and play and be a part of what other artists have going on. You know what I mean? I've really taken a lot of pride in it, of just like, I'll pull up, you know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Like, pull up, kick some game, especially when people think you're in a position, they're like, oh man, you doing it. And I'm like, to keep myself even keeled, I'm like, I'll still pop out. Yeah. Because, and pull up that solo, because it's like, hey man, I ain't got it figured out. Don't let what this zoom in of the internet can show you, and then you define me by that.
Absolutely.
Because in my own personal life, like me and my homie was just talking about this, it's just like, I am not confined by what I've done and what I know. Right? Like, I'm still growing. Absolutely. I'm still going towards, like, I have not hit a pinnacle. Right. Like, I'm just day to day with these things. So it's bigger than Lano in the brain. It's like, no, I got to go outside and shake hands and say what's up.
The human touch. Just let me,
Yeah, man.
Hey, Pat, give me your fist. Just something. You don't even got to stay the whole time.
None
just
of that,
see
bro.
my face in person.
Boom.
Right.
I was
Straight
there,
up.
right? And I'll be up in the front. You know
That's
what I'm saying?
community.
Right.
That's right.
That is. I can double tap the screen. You know,
It don't cost me nothing.
yeah,
Cost
but
me
the
nothing.
communities. I gotta get out there. I don't like going out either.
Yeah.
I'm telling you.
Me
I
neither.
don't
It's
like
hard.
it.
What's
It's
your
the-
reservation for going out?
I don't like it. I don't like
Yeah.
being around that many drunk people, even if I'm drunk.
Yeah.
I don't like being around that many drunk people. I'd rather just be drunk by myself.
I'm getting drunk by myself.
Straight up.
Yeah.
I don't trust. Oh, there was this girl at I was at the Foco MX festival, right?
Great.
And I had just finished my set, and I'm in my full suit, and I'm walking down, and I'm about to go get something, right? And this girl, I'm 3 friends, hey, what's up? They didn't know who I was. But it was like, oh, you want to come to the show? I was like, well, before I do, I want y'all to know I got a wife, right? Just so you know. Yeah, you got a wife? Oh, why don't you just go home with your kids? I was just like, I'm going.
Yeah.
Like, I'm
You're the one who asked me,
going.
lady.
And it's just like, damn, like that's who I have to deal. And it's not like that's all every person.
Right.
Like, this is the other reason that the last time I went out, I saw AP, right? And we were at the Purple something. And I was like, before I walked into the bar, I saw these 4 people. 2 dudes, 2 girls. Hey, I recognize you from the show. What's up? Yeah. Yes. Hello. Thank you. Yeah. Bye. Go into the club. Come back out. Maybe went to a couple clubs. Come back out, and I see the same 4 people. They're wasted now, right? Oh yeah, it's you there. Oh yeah. Thank you. Bye. Okay. Bye. I hug one of the dudes' girls, so she came. Who fucking hugging my girl? What the fuck? Hey, no, you about to? I'm about to fuck. I was just like, and then the other dudes like, nah, man, she was just saying bye. Oh, man, I'm gonna fuck you up. I was just like, I'm going home.
Yeah.
That's the last time I went out. That was 3 years ago, dude. That was like 3, maybe longer. Cause I don't like it. I'll go on a date with my wife and shit, but it's hard. And that's the other part, right? Of trying to figure out like, what is it for me to be a rapper, right? Does it mean that I have to go out to clubs and show my face and host a section and shit,
Right.
or does it mean I can come to your show, say what up, go home,
Right.
and then
That's it.
rap?
Oh, yeah.
Right.
Surprisingly, like rap.
I'm big on that Irish goodbye.
Ooh,
Big fan.
I love to
my
fade.
Big
To
fan.
gosh.
fade out, man.
Oh my god.
Like, that's my thing, man. That's one of the things I've just embodied in knowing, like, when I should go out and when I don't need to go out. You know what I mean? And a lot of times I'm like, I don't need to go do none of that.
Right.
But when I do, I'm like, okay, I'm going to make it a point to be seen, and I know how to be in the way and then out the way.
Yep.
Like,
Yeah.
on my way and I'm out of the way at the same time.
Right.
Boop, 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 and get up out of there.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, the
you
Irish
know,
goodbye.
It becomes an art. You know,
Yeah,
it's
oh
another
my-
part of the art.
You kidding me?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And what I've learned, just even from going to family functions, like my kids know, if we going somewhere, hey, let's get there early. We want to be the first
wanna
set of
be
people
out.
there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because then
Yeah.
we can
Get
have a
your
little intimate
time.
conversation with whoever's the host is.
Yeah.
Be there, watch the wave of people come in,
Right.
and then we could be the first ones to leave
I'm
when
outta
we're ready
here.
because
I'm outta
we put
here.
our time in.
Yep,
Right.
straight.
And the people who host, then they know.
Right.
Oh, you know, thanks for coming.
Right.
Like, yeah, we're out, yo.
You're right.
Let's
We
get there on
put
time,
our-
y'all.
We put our time in.
Yeah,
And it
fuck
sounds
yeah.
like prison when you say we put our time in.
We came to show love. We made love with people, new love,
Yeah,
like
right,
new
right.
connections, laughter.
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
Yeah.
That's
it.
enough.
That's
Absolutely.
it for me.
Yeah.
When
Yes.
when it comes to the Irish goodbye, I'm Old Man Saxon. I'm old man. Yeah, alrighty now.
Keep going.
Yeah.
I went out, man, with some of the homies, man. They've been pushing me to go out, and I'm not gonna say their names because they know they are, and they still hitting my line about coming out every fucking weekend, which I don't know why. But anyway, I go out with them to this function. The shit was great. It was like R&B fest or something. So we in there having a good time, and I'm like, all right, I've had my last drink. And I'm like, I'm about to start weeding out because I could see them starting to congregate about what they're about to do next. And I'm like,
I already know my plan.
yeah, I didn't say goodbye. I just,
I
I was 10 minutes from my house. I got a text. Hey, bro, where you at? We outside. I was like, man, I'm at the house.
Disappeared.
What? Like, yeah, man. I just stopped and got Taco Bell, which I shouldn't have. That's the most naughtiest thing I could do tonight. And
Yeah.
I'm going on.
Yep, nothing's in my nose.
Yeah, that's-
I'm all good.
Yeah, I'm smoking enough weed.
Yeah.
I'm home.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
gotta know when to photo, man.
Yeah,
You gotta
that's
know,
it.
and I think that's what it's about. Of like
Yeah.
when engaging And another thing I've learned is like I don't like being out at night. So if there's daytime things, it's more of a chance of me popping out because it's like, oh yeah, the sun is out, there's natural light,
right?
It's safe.
It's safe here, yeah. I'm not gonna be weird.
Yeah, I'm not gonna be weird.
I'm gonna take
They're not
shots
gonna be
right
weird.
now. Yeah.
Everybody's still normal.
Yep.
Now I can leave.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I think you start to learn, you know, what you like. And what
Denver
you
can be dangerous. It really can. I don't mess with
I think any place.
Yeah,
really
Any
can.
place can be
yeah,
dangerous.
any place can be
The-
dangerous.
DJ Quick, he said Denver is just like Compton. he said
I mean,
that.
especially when you came here and got squabbled.
Yeah, that's
yeah, I was
it.
gonna say, I think that might.
Sorry,
It is
Compton.
not.
I'm sorry, Compton. I apologize.
For sure.
Yo, well, Old Man Saxon,
Hell yeah.
thank you for blessing us, bro.
Thank you, bro.
Thank you,
You're the
y'all.
fucking
I
man.
appreciate
Thank you for all the hard
y'all.
work
Hell
you're
yeah.
doing.
Yeah,
and-
man, keep it up,
Hell
man.
Yeah.
yeah.
Anything you want to leave the people with? Any advice? Any knowledge? Any whereabouts how to get you or what you got next?
Old is the goal. Don't forget that.
Old is the goal.
These little bad boys, they will be at the UMS Underground Music Showcase. Also, donate to Healing Futures at 3thingsco.org if y'all want to help out. And yeah, I love y'all.
Fuck yeah.
It don't get no better than that, man. Welcome to it.
We love y'all.
Peace.
Bye.
What up, though?